Why discipline is the key to unlocking your dream life. There is a moment in every life, quiet, often unnoticed, when a man stands at the edge of who he is and who he could become. It is not marked by fanfare or applause. It is not broadcast on billboards or shouted from the rooftops. No, this moment comes like a whisper in the soul, asking not what you want from life, but what life is demanding of you. That moment is called discipline. Discipline is not a fleeting burst of energy. It is not the flashy cousin of motivation. It does not come and go like a passing mood or a spark of inspiration. It is the furnace that burns long after the fire has gone out, the silent force that continues when everyone else has left. When the bed is warm, when the excuses crowd in, when the world tempts you to settle, discipline remains. It does not plead, it does not argue. It simply demands that you show up. Look at history. Look at those who changed the world. Thomas Edison endured failure thousands of times before the light bulb illuminated our homes. Andrew Carnegie climbed from nothing to build an empire of steel. Abraham Lincoln faced heartbreak, loss, and despair, yet transformed personal sorrow into leadership that shaped a nation. Walt Disney was laughed at, told he lacked imagination, yet he held a vision of a world full of magic. Nikola Tesla worked obsessively, often in isolation, because he trusted disciplined creation over fleeting inspiration. Henry Ford faced ridicule, yet stayed consistent until he reshaped transportation forever. None of these men were born extraordinary. They became extraordinary through daily grind, relentless repetition, and unwavering discipline. Discipline is the invisible bridge between what you imagine and what you achieve. Talent may open the door, desire may light the spark, but discipline fans the flame long enough to create something real. Without it, the brightest ideas remain just dreams, castles built on sand. Discipline is more than control. It is freedom. Freedom from impulses, distractions, fear, and indecision. The disciplined man does not bow to convenience. He chooses to carry the weight of growth, the responsibility of effort, the pain of challenge. He wakes early, works late, pushes through resistance, and repeats the process day after day. Every small act compounds over time, forging him into someone capable of achieving what most will never attempt. By embracing discipline, he is no longer reactive. He decides his actions, shapes his environment, and commands his attention. This is the truth about dreams. They do not wait for the perfect moment. They wait for a person capable of carrying them through hardship. Motivation fades, enthusiasm wanes, and the world challenges you at every step. But discipline remains. Discipline is choosing to take the next step even when the path is unclear. It is the quiet promise to yourself, I will do what is necessary, no matter how I feel. Every great achievement in history was built brick by brick, day by day. Walt Disney's vision endured bankruptcy and rejection. Tesla's ideas were ridiculed. Ford was mocked relentlessly. These men did not stumble into achievement. They built it through disciplined action. Discipline allows a person to see opportunity where others see impossibility. It transforms setbacks into fuel, resistance into training, and repetition into mastery. Discipline creates clarity. When your habits are consistent, when your life is structured, confusion fades. Your mind clears, your purpose sharpens, and your choices align with your goals. Clarity without discipline is fragile. It flickers with distraction. Discipline stabilizes it. With focus, you act decisively, pursue the right opportunities, and avoid wasting time on trivialities. Clarity births purpose. Discipline forces you to confront discomfort, strip away excuses, and engage with life at a deeper level. When your actions align with purpose, every effort gains weight. Ordinary effort becomes momentum. Momentum becomes mastery. Mastery shapes destiny. Action is the proof of discipline. Ideas remain powerless until executed. Discipline transforms intention into reality through consistent, intelligent action. Every page written, every mile run, every call made builds not just skill, but identity. Discipline strengthens resilience. Pain, failure, rejection, and setbacks are inevitable. The disciplined man sees them as fuel, not obstacles. Each challenge becomes a forge, shaping mind, body, and character into something unbreakable. Over time, resilience compounds, creating the inner strength that sustains not just success, but significance. Wealth, influence, legacy, they follow the disciplined life, not because discipline guarantees them, but because it builds the qualities necessary to claim them: focus, perseverance, self-control, and excellence. The man who masters himself attracts opportunity, creates value, and commands attention without forcing it. His energy, habits, and intentions align so the world responds to his presence. Your dream life is not a distant fantasy. It is waiting for the disciplined version of you, the version willing to act, sacrifice comfort, and push through resistance for lasting achievement. Every decision, no matter how small, either builds or erodes that future. Consistency is the engine. Discipline is the fuel. Purpose is the compass. Together, they transform a life from ordinary to extraordinary. The path is not glamorous. It is often lonely, silent, and demanding. But every step is deliberate. Every act compounds. Every day, repetition sculpts the mind, strengthens character, and aligns actions with vision. Greatness is born not in single moments, but in countless unseen victories. Discipline is saying no when every part of you screams yes. It is showing up when no one is watching. It is writing the page, running the mile, making the call again and again when motivation is nowhere to be found. Transformation begins not in the big moments, but in the tiny choices: rising before the sun, learning while others are distracted, persisting when the world says quit. Success is not one decision, it is 1,000 decisions made daily in the dark, guided by discipline. Discipline plus purpose creates rhythm. Rhythm creates legacy. Tesla once said, "The present is theirs. The future, for which I really worked, is mine." He died alone, misunderstood, and uncelebrated in his time, but his discipline and purpose never wavered. That is the power of a man who knows where he's going and endures whatever stands in the way. Discipline also transforms identity. Effort becomes habit. Habit becomes character. Character becomes destiny. The man of discipline is not made of flesh and convenience, but of soul and steel. And from that steel, he builds wealth, not just financial, but mental, emotional, and spiritual wealth. Discipline compounds, it multiplies. What begins as effort becomes practice. What begins as practice becomes identity, and identity becomes the soil in which greatness grows. Discipline is a privilege, not a punishment. It is the privilege of a man who has found something worth suffering for, a dream so big, a purpose so deep that it demands nothing less than full devotion. He trains his mind like a soldier, his body like a temple, his habits like a ritual. He does not wait for the right moment. He creates it. He does not search for motivation. He becomes it. He does not fear failure. He knows discipline turns failure into fuel. You cannot buy discipline. You cannot borrow it. No one can give it to you. It is forged in solitude, silence, and struggle. It is born the moment you say, "I will do what must be done, no matter how I feel." And when your life is built on will, not whim, on conviction, not convenience, then the dream begins to take shape. The law is simple: cause and effect, sow and reap. Sow discipline, reap destiny. The dream life is formulaic, not fantasy. Discipline is the first variable. Not wealth, not luck, not talent, but discipline. It gives birth to clarity, the sword that cuts through confusion, the torch that lights the path through the fog of distraction. Clarity demands you know exactly what you want. Most men fail not because they aim too high, but because they aim too low and hit. They follow trends, chase convenience, and hope success finds them. Success is never an accident. It is a declaration. It is the echo of clarity, forged by a disciplined will. Walt Disney, Andrew Carnegie, Tesla, they all held to clarity anchored by discipline. Vision without will is a boat without a rudder. Discipline keeps you pointed true north. With clarity comes purpose. Purpose gives your struggle meaning, your sacrifice weight, your efforts dignity. Discipline aligns your actions with purpose, transforming momentum into mastery. And momentum over time shapes empires, art, innovations, and legacies. Action is the proof. Ferocious, relentless, focused action. Discipline converts purpose into performance. Not bursts of energy, but consistent execution. Not blind activity, but intelligent, deliberate movement. Step by step, hour by hour, day by day, the disciplined man acts with vision. The universe mirrors his movement. Doors open. People appear. Opportunities align. Not because they were absent, but because he is now in alignment. The man who disciplines himself in private earns in public. Ford built the Model T by showing up, refining, repeating. Money and influence are the byproducts of disciplined excellence. Half discipline is no discipline. You are either in or out. Every allowance, every lapse becomes part of you. Protect your time, your focus, your environment. Design your life. Do not drift. Discipline sculpts resilience. Failure is inevitable, but discipline teaches that pain is preparation, not punishment. Like iron and fire, repeated discipline strengthens you. You will bend. You may burn, but you will not break. The man of discipline builds himself into someone unshakable, someone capable of turning tragedy into triumph, pressure into diamonds. Your dream life already exists. It waits not for talent, not for luck, not for fleeting motivation. It waits for the disciplined version of you, focused, unwavering, uncompromising. This version is not fantasy. It is a choice made each day with the declaration, I will do the work. I will master the moment. No matter how I feel, I will show up. Repetition is the sculptor of destiny. You will not become what you visualize once. You become what you visualize consistently, daily, obsessively, until your brain adjusts your behaviors, standards, and environment to match that inner self-image. Discipline is not optional. It is non-negotiable. Step by step, action by action, day by day, your dream life will emerge. Not as a fantasy, but as reality. You will not stumble into it. You will forge it. And when you do, you will understand the ultimate truth. Discipline is the architect, the builder, the silent force that converts vision into reality. Choose it, embrace it, live it,